Hello, my name's...
Stop it! Now he has to start again.
Hello and welcome back to Buggles Kelly Station. We just got back from a very busy weekend trading at the NEC for the National Festival of Railway Modelling 2025. It was a great show and I was delighted to be invited to be part of the YouTubers panel alongside a couple of friends of mine, Dawn from Model Railway Quest and Chris from Peachy TT120.
We'll start at the centre. So you have 1 minute. Yes, go.
Hello, I'm Dawn. My channel is Model Railway Quest. 3 years ago, I didn't know my N gauge from my double O gauge. I'm completely new to the hobby, but I have a background in TV. I'm a producer for the BBC and CNN. So I thought, you know what? I was introduced to model railways by a friend and just kind of was immediately hooked. So I combined the skills and thought I'd create a channel, Model Railway Quest. So my channel is a mixture, it's like a magazine format. We do, I have two layouts of my own, Brief Encounter Monochrome, which is completely black and white. I have the Lady Killers, you can see a theme there, it's a movie theme. So on my channel I do tutorials, how I built my layouts. I do model railway shows like this one. I do interviews with the likes of Hornby CEO, Ollie Rayburn, Pete Waterman, and just, we have lots of fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously. Every week we have a Wednesday live stream, the Wednesday Express, not stopping at the borough, so join us there. But yeah, we don't take ourselves too seriously. We love doing what we do. I love creating videos, and that's about it from me.
Oh, just made it before the Horn of Doom there. Okay, and moving on to the middle.
I don't think I can fill a minute. Hello, my name's...
Stop it! Now he has to start again, so that's time out of yours. Behave yourselves. Go on then.
It's 11,
Tom.
It's 11 now, so we'll start.
Okay, go!
Hello, my name's Tom Marshall. My YouTube channel is Buggles Kelly Station, which is also the name of my business. Over there, stand 49. Come and spend some money after this. Thank you.
No shame.
So the videos that I make tend to be diorama builds. So I'll design a building that I sell on my stand over there, and I'll do a video showing the process of building the whole diorama. So that's what I tend to do. And I also do sort of model railway related things. Sometimes if I go to events I might do a little bit of that sort of thing, and random videos about model railways just for fun. Try and add a bit of comedy into it where I can, and do collaborations with other YouTubers and these guys.
Oh, and you've still got 5 seconds to go.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you very much. And finally,
Good
go.
morning, I'm Chris. I'm otherwise known as Peachy TT120. That's the name of my YouTube channel, Facebook and Instagram. I also am an employer for the TMC, and I've been given the opportunity to try and do whatever I can to market and sell and promote TT120 wherever I can. Some people think that I'm some kind of, I don't know, the devil's spawn trying to eradicate the scourge of HOOO. That's not really true. Maybe a little bit, but no. My main reason, the real reason for me getting involved in YouTube was my son, as a 15-year-old. He wanted to do it. I thought it'd be quite fun to engage with something with him. It didn't take too long before he was bored and had a girlfriend and left me to do it all on my own. But I've rather enjoyed it. I have a small loyal band of the Peachy Massive. There they are. There's two of them.
Both in.
Can I go now?
Thank you very much, all our YouTubers. Right, okay, let's get into this a little bit, because obviously I do a little bit of YouTube, but mostly you guys really know what you're talking about, and I'm thinking everybody out here is probably wanting to know a little bit more about YouTube. See, there's a group in the corner there who look particularly concerned. Let's get down to one of the first questions. How much work is it to put your YouTube content together? Because you're all regular YouTubers, and presumably you have lives as well. Okay, perhaps not. Okay, but I mean, seriously, how much work goes into your average YouTube stuff?
I think most YouTubers put an extraordinarily large amount of work in. Tom just does what he wants to do when he can be asked. Tom?
What did you say? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot of work goes into the videos. I mean, I had a look before today, and I've only put out 12 videos this year. But it's because of the time it takes. So, especially when you're building a diorama, it can take probably 3 weeks to put it together. And when you're filming it, that adds at least another week, because you can't just watch something and get on with it. You have to think, oh, I'm filming this as well. I have all the lights set up, and then there's the post, the editing process and stuff, which is a few days' work. So yeah, it definitely takes a long time to put a video together. Or you can do one really quickly, but obviously the quality can suffer if you rush through things.
To quantify it, so I do a Wednesday Express live stream that takes me a whole day to put together, so from 9 o'clock, sometimes earlier, and that's writing scripts, doing research, cutting pictures, putting it all into the live stream software, and then doing the tests. Sometimes it doesn't look like it takes that much work. We have some tech issues sometimes. The weekly Locanori that I've just started doing, which I tell stories about railway history and model railway history, that can take me 2 days of research, just getting all the facts together, and then a day of filming and editing, and that's me just looking at the camera and then laying pictures over the top. Modern railway shows, so we can spend a day of filming, and then it takes me 2 or 3 days to edit that, because as you can see, there's a lot to pack in. So it's pretty much my week, and I have a job. But luckily with my job, I do freelance shifts. So I'm lucky because I can work around it. Yeah.
Right. So how do you decide what you're going to put out on the channel?
Well, contrary to popular belief, we don't always do what our punters ask us to do, because invariably they ask you to do stuff that nobody else wants to watch. A lot of the creative stuff where we're actually, whether we're weathering or whether we're making something or laying ballast again or sticking track down or whatever it is they ask.
Ballast again is what they say.
Has been done 1,000 times by lots of other people. Invariably, some of them actually to a much better standard. So you do feel a little bit like you're constantly being asked to repeat the same stuff. That does actually work for some YouTubers. They produce some really good stuff, but actually gets a lot of content. But I think what works mainly for me is bringing information out that's new, that's helpful to those people, and that's the stuff that I try to.
You're quite newsy a lot of the time, as well, aren't you? You are Mr. TT120.
I mean, that news bit comes from the fact that TT120 is so new, and everything. As soon as a new company wants to get involved, invariably they contact me. That has its swings and roundabouts. If someone like Rapido contacts me with some fantastic idea, they're looking very blank now. That would be really exciting, and I would do something. Obviously, they'll get all my attention, but then I get lots and lots of one-man band 3D printers who do some really great stuff. But without trying to sound like I'm trying to get something out of it, if someone's sending me some little 3D printed thing that their son's made, do I really want to spend a day editing, filming, and stuff for that? So it's a little bit.
That must be a challenge for you there, because essentially what they're looking for is free advertising, and it's advertising that costs you money, because time is money. Yeah. Tom, you're very different. You're using a lot of dioramas here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very much the opposite of Peachy in that nothing I release is any use to anybody. I don't do product reviews. I enjoy watching them, but I think there's too many channels that do the same thing, so I don't see the point of doing it myself. When I'm building the dioramas, I kind of decide. It starts around the building that I have the idea to design, so I don't know where the inspiration comes from. It might be something that I've watched or a real building that I've seen, and then I think I need to build this to show at shows like this anyway, so I might as well film it, and then I've got a video which some people enjoy watching. So that's sort of the way that I get the ideas for the videos. Or it could be some completely random thing that I had an idea about model railway scales and gauges, because I'd not seen a video done other than a couple of US ones, and there was nothing that explained the common UK scales and gauges, which I had you involved in, Phil and Chris and Dawn and lots of other YouTubers, and that was just an idea that I had, and then I spent about 3 months putting it together because I needed to interview all these different people. So yeah, things like that just come to you.
I think we really do like making our content first and foremost for us, for ourselves.
Yeah, you've got to enjoy it, otherwise there's no point.
I really do not like views. I really can't be bothered with it. So I might, on my channel, I might show you, I like this, it's pretty, but I'm not going to go deep diving into it or tell you whether or not it's a good purchase.
Is Tom grinding his teeth because he's sent you some stuff and you've not done anything with it?
No, everything Tom's done for me actually is top drawer.
Okay, cool.
Well, I guess it's touching on what Chris and Tom said. You have to love it, otherwise it's going to be a really painful process filming it and editing it. So Grumpy Cameraman and I, as he's known, we kind of do things that really we are excited about. So we look at what's going on, we think, oh, that would be great. We would have lots of fun filming this. Plus it would kind of inform and entertain, and you know, so many people can't get to a model railway show, so when we do the model railway show videos, we make sure we try and give them a real insight into the layouts and the trade stands and just give them that whole experience. But other than that, you know, we go on holiday and we see a steam train, we're like, oh, let's quickly do a video, you know. It's very hard to switch off sometimes. But yeah, just stuff that we really love, we think is going to inspire, inform, entertain, all that good stuff.
BBC.
There you go. I was practicing that bit.
Okay, now, you guys live and die by the algorithm, don't you?
No.
No.
Okay. Most
Damn the algorithm.
most YouTubers do live and die by the algorithm, I am told. I read it I saw it on a YouTube video somewhere. I must have the algorithm. So, the algorithm decides how many views you're going to get. So, there must be something out there that you did, and I put my heart and soul into this. 4 people watched it, and two of them were my sister and brother, and that sort of thing. So, is there a video out there that you feel should have done so much better for you?
Yes. I mean, personally, it was a video that I did with TMC and Craig at the back there, and Peachy and Jenny and
that's when we
Charles
first met, didn't we?
Who else was there? Laurie. Sorry, yeah.
Laurie, yes,
I
he's
forgot about
back
him.
there. Yes.
But yeah, the issue with that video was it took a long time to do it, and I put a lot of work into. Well, we all did. We all put a lot of work into it, and I think because we all put the videos out the same week, it kind of got diluted by YouTube. So that was one that I hoped would get more views just because the amount of time and effort that went into it. So sometimes you can put a lot of work into something and then it's kind of flops a bit, unfortunately.
And you go off in a huff and shouting at the computer.
I do, yeah. That was mainly Laurie's involvement.
That's right.
I think if you're going to be always thinking about the algorithm before you do a video, then you're going to you're going to distort your end product, I think. So we never really go into it with the algorithm in mind, saying that on the whole our interviews don't get as many views as our other stuff. But then I think, you know, we don't do videos to get loads and loads of likes. We do it because it's something we think that might be of interest to this pocket of people or this pocket of people. So yeah, I don't think there's anything we put our heart into soul that kind of has been disappointing, but it's just really interesting to see which videos pick up in certain groups.
I do think there are obviously too easy to go. There's 2 different camps of YouTuber, but there's certainly career YouTubers who really need to consider the algorithm, really need to think about what they're doing and how they're presenting it, and try to hit those tick boxes for the consumer. Whereas a lot of what we're doing, particularly me and Tom, where we are working within the industry trying to promote good practice and promote products, we're not really thinking about doing that. So we're not doing salacious stuff that's going to excite people and have them rallying about stuff. You know, it's all a bit. That stuff seems a bit daft and can be a bit counterproductive if we're trying to promote something.
So basically, you're not sitting there going, "Oh no, I didn't get 130,000."
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, you did that a time. Right. Okay, turn it around. Have you ever done anything that you've done next to no work on and it's gone mad?
Yes. Any video where I've dubbed Thomas swearing over it, which take 10 minutes to do, and there's a couple of those that have had like a couple of million views and everything. It's great fun, but yeah, a couple of million views. There's one where Thomas says a swear word. I'm not going to repeat it here because this is a family show. But yeah, that's the sort of thing that it's still good fun. It's good fun seeing the views and stuff come in. But there's also from the algorithm side of things, that can skew your results, I suppose, because a lot of the thing that I'm trying to do is the dioramas and get the interest from modelers, and then you do the Thomas video, which I do for fun, and that gets all the views, and then all you get is people who are expecting that sort of thing, so it can kind of skew the channel a bit sometimes.
Well, that's a lesson for everybody, isn't it? I'm going to go. Sorry, I'm going to buy me a Thomas now and start just do swearing. Okay.
I do find, well, the only thing I find a little odd is that my silly little teaser videos about a week before I'm going to announce something important, I think is important, always do better than the actual thing a week later.
So more people are interested in watching the teaser than they are in the actual announcement.
They'll go, oh, that's exciting, and then they go off into the forums and have a good old ding dong about it. And then I deliver something that I think is really cool. They go, well, that's not what we wanted. You cannot please them all.
You can't keep everybody happy.
I think the first time we did our top 10 layouts of the year, so we did that top 10 layouts of 2023, just kind of me sat by the Christmas tree really, and went through the model rower layouts I loved that year, and that pretty much took off and took off last year. So yeah, that was interesting and really nice. Yeah.
Well, this is actually an internet thing, isn't it? Lists do really, really well, because everybody can sit there and go, no, I don't think that was the best layout in the world. Did you get lots of feedback?
Positive feedback actually, but yeah, everyone has their view, don't they? And I had to stress this was my personal opinion, and everyone has an opinion on their favourite layout. So the feedback was really positive.
Great.
That sort of thing, just to build on that, if you do have people arguing in the comments over something that you've said, that always helps because the video gets seen by people. So you might feel it's negative feedback, but if you're saying something and it's generating conversation between people, YouTube will show that to more people.
And it really doesn't matter how many times you might say, this is only my opinion. There will always be people who think that you are repeating absolute fact.
Yeah.
And that you deserve to be shot for it.
That would be fact in capital letters, won't it? It's a proper instinct.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings me on to the next thing. Are YouTube channels and forums and that sort of thing, but especially with YouTube on this, you have regular people, you have subscribers. Are they a newish form of community out there? To chuck out a few numbers that I picked up, just to prove I did actually do some research. Apparently, according to a recent survey, to 2024, so reasonably recent, 8 million men felt lonely at least once a week. 1 in 4 have contact with friends and family less than once a month. And 1 in 10 can't remember the last time they contacted a friend. There are a lot of lonely people out there. And I'm not saying this is why they're doing it, but are we actually seeing a very useful form of community amongst the sort of, especially live streams and that sort of thing?
Definitely amongst my gang, the Peachy Massive, there does seem to be, and they meet at shows and all of a sudden, maybe it's because they're so furious, they all start getting to talk to each other. Oh yeah, we had that chat on before. And I think that really has bonded a lot of people together, and it's been really good. And there's a flip side to that, the fact that because I'm now in their living room, hasty screw, they all think they're my best mate. Some of them have become friends, and they've been really helpful in what I'm doing. But there is that kind of flip side of that, and it's nice that people recognise us and say hello and give a selfie or whatever. And that's kind of, it's a bit silly, but it's fun. But then you do get some people who sort of follow you around a show when I tell you about all their
They're in the room
problems.
right now,
Yeah, well, that's the idea. They might get the hint. No.
I think that
Not you two. Sorry.
I definitely see, I think one of the main factors of longevity is actually social connection, and social connection helps us live longer apparently. So we definitely see with the Wednesday Express, we've got a group of community. I don't belong to a model railway club because I feel like I belong to all model railway clubs, and I feel that the community we've created and these guys have created on their channels, and every YouTuber has created on their channel, is really important. It's just such a lovely feeling to see all the same names turn up on your live stream every week, and there is a real community feeling, and I do think it helps people through some difficult times. I know everyone is going through issues of their own, and so if you can meet once a week or at a show, it's just that little touch. Someone says hello, someone remembers your name. It's the important stuff.
I'd agree with both of these people.
Are you part of the Peachy Massive?
I'm part of both massives.
The massive Peachy.
I'm part of the Peachy Massive and the Dawn Massive, and that's the thing. A lot of my closest friends are people I've met through doing YouTube, and these guys. But no, it's a community, and it's an international thing. And like Dawn says, it's like a model railway club. I don't think I'd have time to be a member of a model railway club because I wouldn't be able to commit to go along weekly to something, and I think it would let a lot of people down if I joined something and then didn't turn up. But if with YouTube, it's like a massive model railway club. You see updates from people that you enjoy following, and you can see stuff from all over the world and different scales and modelling genres and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely
it's a little bit of a balance there, because it could very easily be a purely broadcast medium.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's just Tom talking and everybody sitting listening to Tom talking. But you presumably have to react to their comments,
reply to the
ideas.
comments and things, and then you have on YouTube. You also have the posts, which is a bit like Facebook or whatever. So there's that side of it as well, where you can interact with them and ignore people.
I find Tom's voice quite soporific, so I'm not quite sure I've got through all of these videos.
Well, looking at some of the audience, I think they may have. No, seriously, it's a very interesting take on this. That you get, you sit in the middle of this, but you have as you say, the Peachy Massive or whatever, the Dawn Massive floating around it and bouncing ideas off each other, which presumably also does that generate ideas for videos and future things.
Yeah, like collaboration things, because you see what someone's working on and you think, oh, that's something that I'm interested in, maybe we could do something together. And that's a nice thing to do, is when you do collaborate on a video, because then you get people who might not have seen Peachy stuff before. So if we were to do a video together, like the TNC thing we did, and they've come from my channel and they might see Peachy stuff because of it, and the stuff we did for the Lady Killers as well. So there's
that cross-pollination, I think does really work. And when I spoke to Tom back in, I think it might have been Doncaster earlier this year, your BRM show, and I said, look, please get to Pico and bring out a wagon. He said, do you really think they'll shift? I said, yes, the boys will buy them. And it's worked, isn't it?
Yeah, and you sent me some customers yesterday, so thanks for that.
My pleasure.
I mean, definitely when I was doing the Lady Killers, I'd seen Tom's work, and so there was just no question about who I wanted to build, to
It's
create.
a great advert, this is.
Yeah. Mrs. Wilberforce's house. So, Tom, you showed me the kind of the design of the camera, which I didn't you? And then since then, I think, isn't it Jules Holland has one? Copenhagen Fields has one. So,
There was a particularly excellent article.
Phil has one.
British Rail Model, some time ago.
So, I'm waiting for my commission check, Tom, anytime soon.
Have we mentioned that you make stuff and sell it?
Yeah.
It's down 49.
Yeah, that's all right because people come up to him with ideas and he takes them away and makes them and becomes rich, and then everybody's happy.
I don't know about rich. You're surviving, aren't you? Though?
Well, that's another myth about YouTube, is that people are in it to make money, because if you talk to any YouTuber, there is no money in YouTube, especially model railway YouTube. I don't think if you're doing it for the money, you're in the wrong business.
Although there has been some really good off-spins. I mean, in my particular situation, it's ended up with, when I started my YouTube, I was in a gap in employment. And the company I worked for went bust when it was through Brexit. The next company I worked for went bust through COVID. And all of a sudden, I'm back being a freelancer again and sort of bouncing between jobs. Then I did the YouTube stuff with these guys. That was fun. TMC said, we'd like you to want to come and work for us. All of a sudden, I'm immersed within the industry. And I'm having a whale of a time.
It can lead on to things, definitely, but if you're just doing a YouTube channel thinking you're going to get rich off it, unless you've got 500,000 subscribers or something, it's not easy money. In fact, it's very difficult money.
Yeah, I'm 57, and now I earn less than I earned when I was 22.
I mean, to give you an idea, if you're interested, recently you did a video that had, I think, 25,000 views. That was £100. And that's over a course of a month, or 5 weeks, or 6 weeks. So, you're not going to be able to put your feet up and pay off the mortgage anytime soon. But I think with YouTubers, I don't know about you guys, but it's almost like this compulsion. We feel compelled to make videos come hell or high water. and I would say that anyone who's got an idea about doing a YouTube video, there's loads of layouts out there that aren't at shows, that are tucked away in someone's loft or someone's shed, that we'd love to see. So if you want to put them on YouTube, go for it, that's what I would say.
Well, I was going to come on to this. You've been doing this a reasonable length of time now, so you've all got a little bit of practice in. What have you learned about producing videos? What are your top tips for anybody who wants to get started in YouTube, other than there's no money involved, and so you've put them off entirely already?
Practice not saying a lot.
I do that.
Took me about 50 videos to get to only a 3 or 4 count.
Yes, that's always a challenge.
Make all your mistakes on camera. Don't be worried. It's about being real, not perfect. So don't be afraid to be human and make mistakes, because that's relatable. The number one tip when working in TV is if you're trying to be somebody you're not, your audience is going to see right through you and they won't want to watch you. They want to see someone real, honest, just like you, everybody else,
Edit out all of your mistakes.
Apart from the funny ones, sometimes the funny ones can be a bit...
The thing, from a technical point of view, just because I've been doing these sort of things for a few years now, I realise now how important it is to have a proper microphone, so you can people can hear what you're saying. And just things like that. Watch back your video before you upload it and see whether it's something you'd actually be happy with watching this, from someone else. So yeah, just...
It amazed me how different it sounded when I played back videos on my iPad.
Yeah.
And then I see them the next day and I play back on the TV, and all of a sudden the sound quality's awful.
Yeah, it does. It takes a bit of practice, but then you get to that stage where you've got sort of something nailed in. You get your sound settings, your lighting, and whatever you need, and then also things like your thumbnails and stuff on your videos. I found it now. I'm a bit more consistent with what I put on there, and that has helped people to recognise my video in the YouTube stream, so they'll know. Oh yeah, that's the same font or style of image. That's one of Tom's videos, or Peachy does the same, Dawn does the same. So you get to this kind of point where you've got your identity kind of nailed in, so that's really helpful.
Excellent. Right, we're sort of coming to the end of our time. I just want to chuck out a couple of quick fire questions. So this is quick. Pay attention. What was your first model railway memory?
I guess the very first show I did a video of, really, and that was Farnham Show 2023, and that was like a baptism of fire, and yeah.
My dad making a white metal K's kits, or
K's kit, yes, that'd be lovely.
Proper P4, despise 00HO. And that was in 1972.
Yes. And Tom?
Primary school. My favourite teacher, he had a model railway in his garden, and my mum took me up to his house to see it, and that was like, oh, I love it. And then I met him again last year at a model show, and he's still doing it, and I told him it was all his fault.
Excellent. Right, and then very final question. We are in a big show. There is quite a bit of stuff on sale. You are not allowed to say your answer to this with anything off your stand. Money no object, what would you be taking away?
Gosh, that's a difficult one. I'm going to leave it to these guys, honestly. Go ahead.
Alice Clark Black 5, probably.
Alice Clark Black 5.
It's beautiful, but I've got no need for it, and I can't afford it. But
that little choo-choo on the Rapido stands.
That little choo-choo.
The one-to-one scale.
Yeah. Can I just say, you're fighting the 3 previous YouTubers for that one. Everybody wants to take home everybody wants to take home Diana, basically. So that's going to be great. And come on, there must be something here that really tempts you.
I don't know. You put me on the spot here. I do like, I know they're tiny, but there's little palm trees over there. And they're the most realistic looking palm trees I've seen. I've been looking high and low for them. So small but beautiful.
That is a great answer, because that is exactly the sort of thing I turn up at shows. You find something, you see all the big stuff, but then you go and find, I've never seen that before. And that's it. And that is great. Okay, we are out of time. I don't need the horn to do. Can I just say thank you very much to Dawn, Chris and Tom, our YouTubers, for today.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
So thanks for watching, and thank you to World of Railways for inviting me to take part. It was great fun. And of course our excellent host Phil Parker. I'd like to give a massive thanks to my friends Dan from Cymru Rails and Callum Wilcox, who both filmed this for me, because I wasn't going to be able to do it. So yeah, that was fantastic. So thank you to both of them, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.